Have you ever noticed how celebrities have brighter, whiter looking eyes? Their makeup artists have a little secret in their kit: Lumify Redness Reliever Eye Drops. Lumify dramatically reduces redness in just 1 minute. It literally happens right before your eyes. It helps your eyes look brighter, whiter, and more awake for up to 8 hours. No wonder Lumify is so loved by influencers, celebrities, and makeup artists and has over 6,000 5-star reviews on Amazon. Lumify is also the #1 eye doctor recommended redness reliever eye drop, and it's FDA approved. No bleach, no dyes, just incredible results. Plus, it's made by the eye care experts at Bausch & Lomb. So whether you're on set, on a date, or running on just a few hours of sleep, Lumify can help your eyes look brighter and whiter. When you try it, you'll see that it's what your eyes have been looking for. Check out LumifyEyes.com to learn more. Welcome to the home of Florida's finest everything. Naples, Marco Island, and the Everglades. They call it Florida's Paradise Coast for a reason. Bask in 30 miles of soft white sand beaches, luxurious hotels, and stunning beachfront resorts with delectable dining experiences. Take advantage of warmth, relaxation, and endless outdoor adventures. When you want a Florida vacation that's exceptional in every way, only Paradise will do. Naples, Marco Island, and the Everglades. Florida's Paradise Coast. Plan your visit now at paradisecoast.com. Hey guys, it's Rach. Welcome to your Sunday Pep Talk. This is a little something to get you going before your week starts or wherever this happens to find you today. Okay, I want to tell you something that you might not believe right now, or that you might roll your eyes about because you feel like you've heard this a million times before, but it is 100% true. You don't need to be great to start, but you do need to start to become great. Today's pep talk is for anyone who is standing at the base of their version of a mountain, and they're looking up and they're feeling overwhelmed. Whether your mountain is running or writing or healing or starting a business or growing that business to the next level. Maybe your mountain is getting sober, getting healthy, or finding your joy again. I want to remind you, every big thing starts small. Every expert that you admire, they were once a beginner. Every marathon starts with mile 1. When I ran my first mile, this was back in middle school, right? Remember when they used to make us run the mile and you had to try and get it for a certain time? And I don't know why I felt like every kid in PE was just physically so much better than I was. I thought I was going to die. And my mile took like 13 minutes and everybody else's mile was like 6. I mean, probably not, but that's what it felt like to me. And I already felt uncomfortable in my body, and I already was curvy when all the other girls were slender, and I already felt awkward and weird, and now I couldn't run at the right pace and I wasn't fast. And when I crossed that finish line, my face was red and I was sweaty, and I just immediately was like, I am never doing that again. Like, if I don't have to do it to get a grade, like, I'm never running again. Fast forward to being a mama, and I was pregnant with my 3rd baby, and in no way did I see myself as an athlete, but I was really inspired to try and run a half marathon. My husband at the time had run one, and I was so inspired by him. And to be totally honest, I had never felt bigger. I was 7 or 8 months pregnant with my 3rd baby, and then here was this person running all these miles, and I was like, God, I just wish that my body, honestly, I wanted my body to be used for something other than having babies back to back to back. And so as soon as I got the go-ahead from the doctor, I decided to train. And That very first time, I kid you not, I could not run to the end of the block without thinking I was going to throw up. In case you're wondering, I was not the healthy, pregnant lady who worked out. No. I, watched Bravo. That's what I did. That was my workout while I was pregnant. So that first mile, it felt like a mountain. It felt like a mountain to me. But I showed up. I kept showing up. Very similarly to that younger version of myself where I felt very awkward in a body that had changed so much and I didn't totally recognize it. And if you've ever carried a baby in your body, you know that feeling of everything's like extra jiggly and extra soft. You sort of feel like you can't hold it all in. And I didn't look like any of the other runners around me, and I didn't feel like a runner, but I kept showing up because I was building something. Because what matters most is not where you start. It's that you start and that you keep going. You have to keep going or you will never get to the place where you actually see results because of your consistency. So many people are talking themselves out of trying. They're talking themselves out of the dream before they really even got going because it feels too scary to try. They tell themselves that they're too out of shape, or I'm too old, or I'm too far behind everyone else, or I don't know where to begin. Start with one. For me, it was 1 mile. For you, it might be 1 page, 1 prayer, 1 walk, 1 class, 1 honest conversation. When you take that first step and then the next and the next, you start to build something far more powerful than momentum. You start to build belief. That's what I learned out on those early runs. I wasn't just training my legs. Running long distance, yes, it is about your physical abilities, but more than anything, it is about your mindset. I was training my mindset. Every single time I showed up, even when I didn't want to, I proved to myself that I was someone who kept going. I was redefining the way that I looked at myself and my body. I had never thought of myself as an athlete. And because I never thought of myself as an athlete, I didn't even try to be one. That is the kind of mindset shift that changes your whole life. Look, you don't owe the world perfection. You don't need to arrive before you start. You don't need to be the fastest or the smartest or the strongest or the most experienced version of yourself. Honey, if you're the most experienced version of yourself right now, what are you, sailing into the last half of your, what are you doing? Our goal is to continue to expand and grow. It is impossible for you to be the most experienced version of yourself because she's coming later down the road. She's coming later down the road if you decide to go out and meet her. It starts by lacing up your shoes, or whatever those shoes represent for you, and take 1 step forward. That step is not about the finish line. It's about building a life where you keep showing up no matter what. So here's my challenge for you this week. I want you to pick something that you care about. Something that you've been putting off because it feels too far away. And dude, just begin. Give yourself permission to be a beginner, to be awkward, to struggle, to grow. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You just have to prove to yourself that you're willing to try. I'll leave you with this thought. No one remembers how long it took to run the race. They remember that you finished. And a 14-minute mile and a 4-minute mile is the exact same distance. You both did the exact same distance. They will remember that you finished. And more importantly, you will remember that you didn't quit on yourself. So take the first mile. Even if it's messy, even if it's slow, even if you're just trying not to die while you do it. You're showing up. You're building strength. You're becoming the kind of woman who finishes what she starts. Have you ever noticed how celebrities have brighter, whiter looking eyes? Their makeup artists have a little secret in their kit: Lumify Redness Reliever Eye Drops. Lumify dramatically reduces redness in just 1 minute. It literally happens right before your eyes. It helps your eyes look brighter, whiter, and more awake for up to 8 hours. No wonder Lumify is so loved by influencers, celebrities, and makeup artists, and has over 6,000 5-star reviews on Amazon. Lumify is also the #1 eye doctor recommended redness reliever eye drop, and it's FDA approved. No bleach, no dyes, just incredible results. Plus, it's made by the eye care experts at Bausch & Lomb. So whether you're on set, on a date, or running on just a few hours of sleep, Lumify can help your eyes look brighter and whiter. When you try it, you'll see that it's what your eyes have been looking for. Check out LumifyEyes.com to learn more. I'm a sneaker kind of girl. I love comfortable shoes, but I also want them to look cute. The New Balance 1080 is that versatile go-to sneaker that's ready for anything. I wear them to the gym, I wear them out on jogs, I wear them around the town to go get groceries, I do it all. You get the perfect mix of comfort and performance, so you're covered from coffee runs to race day. Runners love that cushioned midsole because it's got their back, or, well, actually their feet. But basically, it's this giant, cushiony, beautiful marshmallow shoe. Doesn't make sense until you put it on your feet, and then you're like, oh, yeah, Rach, this is just like walking in a marshmallow. Ready to upgrade your kicks? Shop the 1080 now at newbalance.com.